we are having a lot of discussion of a lot of draft discussion. And I think it's time. We got free agency. The Detroit Lions have to make a move. And for some reason, you guys are not high on free agents. You just not. Levante David, solid linebacker at 32, 33 years old. We're acting like he can't play anymore. We also know Brad Holmes is not high on drafting linebackers. But we've had a fantastic conversation about what should the Lions draft? And we are talking BPA versus position of need. And the chat has given me a great talking point that I want to get you guys' opinion on. In the 2022 NFL Draft, the Detroit Lions had the 32nd and 34th pick, in which they could have got a safety, a cornerback, a linebacker, anybody they want to. Whether it was Seen, Dean, whoever it was, they could have got whoever they wanted at those that was available at that position. But Brad Holmes decides that Jamison Williams is more valuable than defense at this point because we got Aiden Hutchinson. Now, after that, we spend 6 on defense and 2 on offense as far as our 8 picks overall. And I want to know, in your opinion, what is acceptable for you as far as defense for the Detroit Lions? Me, I'm a huge position of need guy. That's me. If the best available players are all offense, we don't need an offense. We could possibly use a running back, but we don't need an offense. Tankathon has the Detroit Lions taking a tight end for the longest. There are other mock drafts that has the Detroit Lions, which is dumb to me. We probably won't even take one in the draft. We got Zylstra. We got Mitchell. We got Brock Wright. We don't need and we got free agent if we're going to do that as well. Free agent tight ends. So my question for the chat and for the viewer is, what is acceptable for the Detroit Lions defense? When I say acceptable, what overall ranking is acceptable for you when it comes to defense? We started the 2022 season on pace to be historically bad. Historically bad. ESPN had us giving up 599 points, which would have been the worst of all time. And don't forget, before Aubrey Pleasant was fired, the Detroit Lions were trending historically bad. We're talking about worst defense of all time. Thankfully, and I got to give some love to Aubrey because he went out there, sacrificial lamb, got the team together. The defense had a defense-only meeting, and they turned this thing around. From that point, they started to rank higher. I think at one point, they were the 4th best defense in the league, but the damage had already been done from the first half of the season. So, after being trending historically bad, after the first year of Dan Campbell with a bottom 5 defense, the end of Matt Patricia's regime with the bottom 5 defense, looks like we ended the season ranked 29th. So we had 3 teams worse than us. That's huge considering where we were the first part of the season. But the hole was so big that as well as we played in the second half of the season, we couldn't move up more than 3 spots. So my question to you is, what is acceptable for you with the Detroit Lions as far as defense in 2023? Me, I would have been a lot more lenient last year. Not this time. We're going to break the league down to thirds. 1 through 11, 12 through 23, and then 24 through 32. I want my Detroit Lions defense to be ranked in the second third of the league. We don't have to be the Buffalo Bills. We don't have to be the Philadelphia Eagles. We just can't be the bottom third. At this point, if we jump up from 29 to 23, that's huge. That's huge. I want between 12 and 22. 12 and 23. That's what I want. Rainbow Girl says 12 or 23. That's what I want to see. Do we need a running back? We could use one. DeAndre Swift is at the end. He is playing for a contract. No matter how much we like the kid, no matter how special we think he can be, DeAndre Swift is playing for a contract. If you think Mr. Robinson is that special, knowing that you can have him, he is Saquon Barkley-esque. Look at Saquon Barkley. He's on the last year of his deal, right? Saquon Barkley has been a catalyst for the Giants' success. Early half of the season, he was the leading running back in the NFL. Now, he did have a vicious knee injury a couple years ago. It took him last year to get back to going. I still don't think Saquon Barkley, 26 years old, has reached his prime. He will be coming there on his second contract. So I see the appeal for a running back or somebody on offense. However, I have sacrificed the defense. I finally got Aiden Hutchinson, the pass rusher. We still need to get some people on that defensive line. We got to get some linebackers. We know how Brad feels about drafting linebackers high. He does have an eye for them later, as we can see from Houston and from Rodriguez. However, for me, anything less than 23 is unacceptable. So if we take offense, Robinson at 18, and I don't know, Will Levis at 6. In my opinion, we still need a receiver probably. We need some offensive pieces. Now, we do have to let the free agent market pass up, but I don't think he makes, when it comes to the free agent offense players, I don't think he does much. Dern says, we thought Jarrett Davis would make all the difference. Who is we? Who is we? Dern, who is we, bro? No, we didn't. We did not. We did not. I don't know who we is. Look what happened. We drafted for need. Pick guys that actually fit your team and don't chase needs. Well, yeah, I don't know who we is. I don't know who had Jarrett Davis in 2017 on their radar. And I was just getting into this business. And I haven't at all. So, but I feel you, Dern. I know your point. I know your point. Your point is you drafted for need and not for BPA. Well, I'm going to tell you this. I don't care what we do. All I know is if we rank at 28, 29, 27, 26, I'm going to feel some type of way. It is time to address the defensive side of this ball. The offense is stellar. Ben Johnson is still here. We better. All we needed, ladies and gentlemen, we didn't make the Seattle Seahawks punt one time. That is a problem. The secondary, our cornerbacks are a problem. The linebacker position does need some help. Shout out to Alex Anzalone, Malcolm Rodriguez. You take them two out, it is a problem. The interior line is a problem. The offensive side of the ball is straight. Tweak here, tweak there. Maybe a guard, maybe something on the O-line, maybe a receiver, maybe a running back. We better not be ranked bottom 5 in 2023. That's all I'm saying. We were one stop away from making the playoffs. I'm going to let y'all sit on that all season long. I got a lot of slack for Jameson Williams. I will not back down this time. I didn't back down last time, but y'all made me feel, not y'all in the chat, but you made me feel like, oh my God, Jameson Williams is the best player in the draft. All that is over. It's over. Our defense better not be bottom third of the league. Period. There's no discussion. If we made the Seahawks, Nick, that's a good one. Hold on, let me cue up that's a good one.
Got him!
But listen, I want to know from the comment section, what is acceptable for you for the 2023 Detroit Lions defense to be? For me, 23 or higher. because 23 or higher, we might be in the divisional round right now. Our offense is good. Ben Johnson is staying. Plug a couple holes, make a couple positions better, maybe. But the defense, make Seattle punt one time. Get this defense right. Let me know what you think down below.